Today on our daily Instagram show, Lincoln Now, DECA's upcoming trip, NBA playoffs, and the art show recap.
Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Evelyn Cahill and Cole Farbizo.
Today, food, a basic necessity, but some Gahanna Lincoln students don't have enough to eat. An examination into new challenges facing Gahanna residents in need.
Love, loss, and redemption. It's opening night for Gahanna Lincoln's spring musical, Bright Star, a live preview.
The new Gahanna Lincoln High School opens next year. A trip into the construction site to give you the first look inside the new school.
Prom is fast approaching. It will be on prom court, the voting results straight ahead.
Helping man's best friend while learning with your friends. A Lincoln High School business where the recipes are mixed with love.
Good job.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Evelyn Cahill.
And I'm Cole Farbizo, and welcome to our 102nd show of this school year.
There is so much going on in and around Lincoln High School this week that we had a hard time deciding what to lead our show with.
But that's the beauty of doing live daily news. You don't have to wait a week or a month to see what's happening.
And Ava Fabrizio is standing by with a live report from the auditorium where Bright Star opens tonight.
Brooke Thomas will have a live report from Gahanna residents in need, where there's a lot of uncertainty right now.
And Macy Lamb is the first Lincoln student to enter the new Lincoln High School. She's standing by as well inside the new school. It's going to be a great show, and we start out with the 100+ students who have been working since January.
Tonight, the curtain will rise on our spring musical, Bright Star.
The Broadway musical Bright Star was written by film and TV legend Steve Martin and singer E.D. Brickell and earned several Tony Award nominations. And now it premieres at Gahanna Lincoln this evening. Our Ava Fabrizio is standing by live in the GLHS auditorium to tell us all about Bright Star and what makes this year's musical unique.
Hey, Ava.
Hey guys, thanks. We're here live in the auditorium where Bright Star will take the stage tonight. The story follows literary editor Alice Murphy and young soldier Billy Kane and their hidden identities. The doors will open at 6:30 and the show starts at 7 o'clock. A link to purchase tickets can be found on our website, lincolnonline.org, and they can be purchased for $12. We spoke to ITS President Andrew Holmes for more information on this exciting production.
Tonight is the opening night for Bright Star, our spring musical. Tonight's show starts at 7 o'clock, and tickets can be found on GahannaTheater.com through local level events. Tickets are $12, and we have shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. With Sunday, our show starting at 2 o'clock. We hope to see you there.
Thanks, Andrew. It's going to be a great show. In fact, the cast and crew have been working tirelessly since January to bring this show to life. And a big element of this is the music. The Pit Orchestra plays for the Gahanna Spring Musical each year, but this year something's different. Here's the story. There's lots of art and visual performances that you can't see. For example, the Pit Orchestra plays the music for Gahanna Lincoln Spring Musical each year. This year, however, the orchestra joins the actors on stage to complete the performance.
So much about Bright Star is about Appalachian storytelling, and a lot of that involves music. And so once we knew that we were going to orchestrate with banjos and violins, we thought that in order to tell this story, we needed to have the audience join the musicians on stage.
So this is the first time the Pit Orchestra has been on stage since actually I've been a student here, but they're doing a great job. We have a professional banjo and mandolin player on stage with us, so it's been great to get a new style of musical and a new style of music.
The orchestra being on stage adds a whole new element to the show, but it also adds some new challenges.
With being on stage versus being in the pit previously, it's definitely had its own challenges of how we're set up. Like usually Mr. Dangle would be in front of us as like a conductor, and this time he's playing the piano, so we have to be super aware the whole time to be cued with him. And it's a little more difficult to hear each other on stage, but we're all learning and we're getting used to it.
As the cast, crew, and orchestra prepare for their opening performance, all come together to tell the story in the most three-dimensional way they can. Everyone's talents twinkling radiantly through the entire show. It's going to be a great show. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Back to Evelyn and Cole at the news desk.
Thanks, Ava. I know some of our school productions have a matinee performance on Sunday. Is there a matinee for Bright Star?
Yes, there is. A matinee is an afternoon showing of musical or play that's perfect to bring your family. There will be a matinee on Sunday at 2 p.m.
Great job, Ava. I look forward to seeing the show this weekend. Prom season is in full swing, and students are actively dress shopping, doing promposals, and making dinner reservations.
That's right. Prom is just 9 days away. It will be held at Hilton Easton a week from Saturday, and it should be a beautiful night.
I'm really looking forward to going to prom this year.
So am I, and we aren't the only ones in the studio looking forward to the special evening.
That's right. Our Jayla Daniels joins us live in the studio with some big news that everybody has been waiting for.
Thanks, guys. This year's prom theme is Golden Gala. The votes are in and they've been counted. And now we'd like to introduce you to the 2025 Prom Court. Let's start with the 10 seniors on the court. They are Trent Hughes, Capone Watson, Jacob Bushelman, Sage Livers, David Ozenwa, Jordan Bryant, Lily Restick, Carter Watson, Jillian Arthur, and Jayla Watkins. 4 juniors make up the rest of the court. Selected from the junior class are Addison Dia, Ava Fabrizio, Trey Wilson, and Rafi Kana. Congrats to our prom court. Make sure to check your emails for more instructions and stop up to classroom J370 to get your sash. Tickets are now available for $55, and you can find the link to purchase them on our website, lincolnonline.org. But before you can buy your ticket, there's something important you have to do. Here's Student Council member Emma Meiser.
Prom tickets are officially out now, and we need everyone to have a medical form filled out before they can attend the prom. We need your medical forms filled out ASAP. You can fill that out in Infinite Campus, or your parents can fill it out in Infinite Campus. And also, if you're planning on bringing a guest, we need your guest forms filled out and turned in and approved before you buy 2 tickets.
Again, be sure to fill out your emergency medical form before you order your ticket. That's all the prom news I have. Be sure to have a fun and safe night. Back to Evelyn and Cole.
Thanks, Jayla.
Now we want to switch gears from the glitz and glamour to something much more serious.
With growing inflation and worries about food security, there is one organization in Gahanna working to combat these concerns.
Yes, just down the street from Lincoln High School is Gahanna Residents in Need, or GRIN for short.
GRIN is committed to alleviating hunger in the Gahanna Jefferson School District through their free food pantry for those in need in our community. But recent challenges have made GRIN's job more difficult than ever.
1 in 3 Gahanna Lincoln students is on the free and reduced lunch program, and those students' families often rely on GRIN year-round.
So to tell us about a recent change that will impact many families in our community, let's go from Gahanna Lincoln High School, head west down Granville Street, and pull into the new GRIN location.
That's where we find our Brooke Thomas, who is standing by live.
Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning, Cole and Evelyn. Yes, major federal and state funding cuts have been hitting local food banks hard, including ours right here in Gahanna. With summer approaching, GRIN is working hard to keep up with the demand.
3, 2, 1.
In the heart of our community, GRIN is a lifeline for families and students alike.
We see anywhere from 150 to 180 families a week. Last year, we gave out 379,000 meals.
But that lifeline is now under pressure. The USDA is cutting over $420 million in food bank funding nationwide, and $6.6 million of that is right here in Ohio. Add in the cuts from Governor DeWine's proposed budget, and the situation could become even more dire.
We're not going to be getting the amount of in-kind donations that we usually receive, which is about 1.5 million a year, and that's very much decreased. We get a lot of produce, things like that from Mid-Ohio. That's already been affected. Like, we're already seeing the cuts.
These cuts are hitting hard. GRIN relies on this funding to purchase food from the domestic supply chain. And according to the Columbus Dispatch, the USDA has canceled $1.4 million worth of mostly meat, dairy, and eggs that otherwise would be heading to Central Ohio food banks like GRIN. That's 697,000 pounds of food that will not be coming. In other words, resources are dwindling while the demand continues to rise.
Our numbers just keep increasing. They don't level out. They increase every month.
Even though the federal government or the state government might cut funding to nonprofits, that doesn't mean that the need is gone. The need is still there.
And with summer break approaching, the urgency only grows. For many children, no school means no meals. Last summer, Grin provided over 16,000 meals to hungry students right here in Gahanna. This year, they're anticipating a 20% increase in need. Hunger is here.
Things just don't stop in the summer because school is out. It even gets harder.
It does take a village. It takes an entire community to support community.
It truly does. In Gahanna, Grin remains a pillar of hope, but even pillars need support. This is a challenging time with so many changes happening and with more on the way, but it's nothing that we can't face together. Sending it back to the high school.
Thanks, Brooke.
One last question. What items is Grin looking for?
Grin is looking for non-perishable unopened items like canned goods, peanut butter, pasta, and hygiene items are also always a need here.
Thanks, Brooke. And you're right. Even small donations of a few hours of volunteer time can go a long way.
Definitely. In fact, I think I have some extra canned food at home that I'll drop off sometime this week.
Speaking of donations, if you would like to make a direct contribution to Gahanna residents in need, there's an easy way to do it.
Just head over to the Info You Need Now section on our website, and it'll bring you right to the donation page.
And that page includes items that Grin needs, their food drive calendar, how to volunteer, and much more information.
Recent decisions made at the state and federal levels are impacting more than just Grin. Other new laws also directly impact you.
Ohio Governor DeWine's pen is getting a workout. The governor has signed multiple new bills into law, and keeping track of what the laws are can be pretty confusing.
To help clarify all this Ohio legislative news, here's Matthew Leesburg with another Ohio Minute.
Next year, many changes are coming to public education all over the state. House Bill 8 goes into effect July 1st, and this bill brings many changes. First, the Parental Bill of Rights, which means that schools are now required to inform parents about significant changes to their child's health, well-being, and education. These changes include if a student requests to identify as a different gender than their birth-assigned one. In addition, parents must be notified of any curriculum containing sexual content and be given an alternative option. Another part of the bill is the new religious release time. Schools must adopt new policies regarding absences due to religious activities. Students are now permitted to be excused during the school day to attend private religious instruction. At Gahanna, the new release time for religious instruction policy went into place April 9th. Keep in mind that this policy still requires students to be responsible for any missed work. For the full policy, have your parent or guardian check their email. At the end of last month, Governor DeWine signed Senate Bill 1 into law. This controversial bill bans scholarships and training based on diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as placing other limits and regulations on public universities in Ohio if they want to continue to receive state funding. Well, that wraps up this Ohio Minute.
Thank you, Matthew. That's a lot to keep track of.
Staying with the topic of schools, every day students and staff arrive at our school and they can't help but glance over at the massive new Gahanna Lincoln High School being built just a few feet away.
To this point, no students or staff have been permitted to enter the construction zone. That is until now.
Lincoln Live gained exclusive access inside the school.
And our Macy Lamb joins us now from inside the new school.
And Macy, it looks like you're in a place everybody here in the TV studio is dying to see.
Hey, thanks guys. Right now I'm standing in the brand new TV studio at the new school and it looks incredible. Right there is the new control room where all the action's going to be happening. Bill Mullet from Brasili Construction was kind enough to take us on a personal tour of the brand new school and it looks awesome. So here's what you're going to be seeing of the new school next year.
You'll have a lot more open spaces. You'll have a lot of spaces for collaborative learning.
The construction of the new high school is well underway, and the first thing I noticed was how spacious the new school is.
You'll look around, you'll have a lot of open concept classrooms in here. Behind you, you've got some closed concept, the science rooms. It allows you to have classrooms and then breakout spaces in the hallways if you have groups. You have office areas on all 3 floors where you'll have principals, guidance counselors, and everything available on all 3 floors. You have learning stairs on the first floor that'll get you up to the second floor, the big open space to the media center on the first floor. This is your large courtyard in the middle of the building that'll be open for lunches and some other things. This will be the future space of the competition gym on this side. Right behind me is the away bleachers, on the other side is the home bleachers for when the building opens up. And in that little cubby where the blue is, that will be where the student section is.
With all this open space, the question comes into play. How are we going to keep the students safe?
So there's a lot of safety measures in this building. Doors that are set up to be closed when a safety incident comes, to lock down different sections of the building, and different areas that are just like this door that'll block off hallways.
The new school has been under construction for quite some time, so naturally there are some questions regarding the timeline.
Currently we are in a lot of different phases throughout the building. So this building, the way it's built, we've got to build it in sections. So on the third floor, we're going into finishes. On the first floor, we're still doing hanging drywall and painting and getting ready for the next step. We are currently on schedule for the move-in over Christmas break this coming Christmas.
So as you can see, there's a lot to be excited about. The new school is going to look great. If you want to see an extended version of the tour, go on lincolnonline.org. Now back to the news desk.
Wow, that looks amazing.
One concern is parking. How will that work?
You know, that's a really good question. For the rest of the school year next year, parking is going to be limited due to the demolition of the new school building. But with the coming 26-27 school year, parking will be available for all.
That sounds reasonable. Short-term pain for long-term gain.
Thanks, Macy. And like she said, make sure everybody checks out the extended tour on our website, lincolnonline.org.
So, just how big is the new school?
We've gathered some fun facts for you.
There are 798 doors, 264,000 bricks, and 56,000 above-the-ground pipes.
Safety is obviously a priority. There are 278 interior cameras and 15 exterior cameras, along with 20 more cameras in the parking lot.
Last, a crew of 250 workers report to work daily, and they're using 10,000 gallons of paint.
One more fun fact, they're using over 3,000 tons of steel in the new school.
Those are crazy numbers.
Wow, I can't wait to see it for myself. We highlighted the Gahanna Lincoln Theater Company earlier in the show. Now we want to focus the spotlight on some other art programs here at GLHS that are getting ready to shine at the state level competitions, from band to choir to our talented artists.
That's right, Cole. We've got state competitions coming and our concert bands are ready. The freshman, blue, and gold bands have all worked very hard over the whole school year for the OMEA state contest. Each band achieved the highest score at the district competition, which took place at the beginning of March, and that qualified them for states. This is a huge event for all three bands, and the anticipation is definitely high.
Pretty confident about states. We've worked pretty hard, pretty much around the whole entire year, just improving, getting better as musicians. Pretty much a big place marker or event that everyone knows is going to come, and we always look forward to it because it's always an opportunity to grow and improve as musicians.
Thanks, Brennan. The band isn't the only group getting ready for states. All 5 of our choirs are headed to the state competition, and our chorale and a cappella choir had a chance to practice at St. Patrick Cathedral in New York City. This was a wonderful opportunity to hone their skills before taking on the challenge of states. Here are a few members from our a cappella and chorale choirs to give some of the details about this upcoming event.
A cappella and chorale are performing at States this year. Our songs are Consecrate the Place and Day, Shenandoah, and The Word Was God. We're very excited to get this done, and we've been working very hard.
Right now we're preparing a new song as well as getting our sight reading skills up to par, and it's definitely an anticipated event, and we're really excited for it.
Every year, Gahanna Lincoln hosts the visual art exhibit at Clark Hall, which gives artists the opportunity to showcase their talents, and this year's exhibit is on display on the 2nd floor of Clark for a week from today from 6 to 8. There are over 600 pieces on display, ranging from photographs to sculptures to Adobe Photoshop works. This is an amazing chance for students to receive recognition for their work, and Elizabeth Helbig voices the importance of such events.
I think it's really important that we uplift artists, especially nowadays where art is becoming a topic that people seem to be able to write off. I think it's really important that we continually uplift artists who aren't having their work seen or feel discouraged because, art is expression.
The art exhibit runs until a week from today, so be sure to check it out.
This month is Stress Awareness Month, Alcohol Awareness Month, and Autism Awareness Month, just to name a few.
Taylor Braun is here to tell us a unique place nearby that definitely spreads awareness year-round.
Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, guys. This month is Autism Awareness Month, and we wanted to shine a light on a special farm out in Johnstown, Learning for Life Farm. This farm is paired with the Learning Spectrum School, and it teaches students with autism important job skills. While giving the kids the wonderful opportunity to work directly with the animals, they go to the farm to get hands-on learning experiences, and the benefit for these students is very special.
We find that kids and people in general are very motivated to do things when animals are involved. So these are animals that cannot take care of themselves. We have to take care of them. So the students enjoy doing that. This is something that, it's not just busy work. This is an animal that requires their care.
Thanks, guys. Let's move on to an occasion that we should all celebrate, Earth Day. Earth Day is a very important celebration that should be taken into account by everyone in the world. Environmental Club got out their tools to celebrate Earth Day this week. They're making bat houses as their contribution to help the environment. Why bat houses? Well, they provide shelter for the bats, which means the bats can help control insect populations like mosquitoes and beetles. We've talked to Environmental Club President Aubrey Powell on what her plans are to make the Earth a better place.
So Earth Day was founded in 1970 to educate people on how to protect their planet and why it's important that we protect our planet. And this year, GLHS is contributing to the 2025 Earth Day by constructing bat houses that are going to go up all over Gahanna. And these are especially important because bats contribute a whole wide range of positive things to our community.
Tomorrow, the Multicultural Club will host the highly anticipated Multicultural Festival. The festival gives students a taste of the many cultures represented here at Lincoln, and it's definitely a celebration you don't want to miss. The Multicultural Festival will be held during the 4th and 6th periods tomorrow. There will be games, food, dances, and the highly anticipated fashion show. Isaac Banks is definitely excited for this event.
Tomorrow is our Multicultural Festival, and we have been working super hard to put this festival together, and we're super excited because we get to share our cultures with the rest of the school, sharing traditional dancing, clothing, and food, and a huge event tomorrow, and we're all super excited.
Well, that's all the news I have for you today. Sending it back to Cole and Evelyn at the news desk.
Thanks. Multiple programs in our school give students hands-on learning experiences that they can use for the rest of their lives.
The Fabrication Lab, Teaching Professions, and Sports Med come to mind.
There's one particular student-run business that is housed in H building that gives students practical opportunities to learn while helping them build valuable life skills for the future.
Our Sage Fogel introduces us to the students in our Extended Support Services, or ESS program, and their business, the Gahanna Barkery.
The Gahanna Barkery. You might pass it every day and not even know what it means. This vocational program brings inclusivity to the ESS program here in Gahanna.
We are a micro business that we started a few years ago during COVID for the ESS classes, so we could still get vocational training but not be in the community. Since then, people love our dog bones, so we've continued on.
It smells good, doesn't it? It's the peanut butter. It's enticing.
The Gahanna Barkery is fully operated by the ESS students. They do everything from making the dog bones to shipping them out, and the benefits from this are countless.
We've got financial stuff, money stuff, because we sell our product. You have to make a product. They have to learn the process of creating a product and packaging it and then taking it someplace and actually finding people that want to buy it and pricing it and setting up those booths. It's just a huge variety of vocational jobs that they learn.
For dogs that need dog treats.
Everything students learn from the Gahanna Barkery will continue to stick with them after schooling, but the way the program's presented creates a fun and exciting learning environment for our ESS students.
It makes our students feel a sense of accomplishment and pride that they created something that people want to buy, people come back for more.
It's clear to teachers how much the students enjoy the Barkery, but what do the students love about it?
Favorite part is like selling dog treats and seeing all the dogs and see all the happy dogs, and I want to pet them so much.
My favorite part is I like to make the dog bones.
Dog bones for dogs to have them as the Snack.
All the money that the students raise from going out and selling the dog treats will go back to help enrich their education experience.
They might use it for a field trip, or we might go do something really, really cool. If there's something that we really want to have for our classroom, it'll help put money towards that as well.
The Gahanna Barkery isn't only creating a fun learning environment, but also contributing to creating a more inclusive space in our school. This is Sage Fogel for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Sage. What a great profile. If you liked Sage's story and want to check out other stories from our Lincoln Live class, head over to lincolnonline.org, where you will find all 127 stories produced by our Lincoln Live class this year. In the past week alone, we've posted an in-depth examination into Ohio's new AED law, the Gahanna Police Department's move to a new building, a profile of Gahanna's Special Olympics track team, and more. So, check it out.
Hey Evelyn, have you been keeping up with the Lincoln sports recently?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Well, Landon and Hudson are here to recap some of our teams and a look ahead to the big night tonight in the NFL.
Hey guys.
Take it away.
Our Lions softball team is coming off an exciting game.
The Lions hosting Grove City and looking for revenge on their conference rival.
Bottom of the second. Lions down 5-2 with the runner on base, and Bella Costa steps up to the plate.
And it's gone!
The homer gives the Lions momentum as we now head to the bottom of the sixth with Costa up again.
As she takes the ball the other way and brings in the go-ahead run to give the Gahanna Lincoln a 7-6 lead.
The Lions go on to win the game 9-6 and capture a big conference win.
We caught up with Bella Costa after the game to tell us about her big swing.
We were very far down. We were losing 5-1. And just being able to start the rally, we always say, start the rally when we're down and keep it going. Just being able to start it was a really big turning point in the game.
Thanks, Bella.
Our boys volleyball team is having an outstanding season so far as the team is ranked 10th in the state.
The Lions are coming off a big win against Newark.
Gahanna Lincoln won in straight sets as they dominated all night long.
The Lions had a total of 34 kills, along with 10 aces to go along with a great defensive performance all game long.
We spoke with varsity captain Poojan Datal and Jordan Rogers about the big win.
Today was a great game, senior night. We had a lot of fans today that came out, a lot of support. We had the program. We had friends, family, and overall we played a great game.
We played as a team well, we had good chemistry, we fixed our mistakes as we went through the game, and we just got better as we went through.
The 90th annual NFL draft is tonight, and the Cleveland Browns have the second overall pick. Hudson, what's your take on how the Browns should approach it?
I think the Browns need to look towards the defensive side of the ball, and I think that they're going to take Penn State standout Abdul Carter. He's a guy who's already drawn comparisons to big names in the NFL like Micah Parsons, and I think his future teammate Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I know. I think to me, defensively, they also need something. And to me, I think it's a leader as well. And that's why I think Travis Hunter, the Heisman winner, Colorado standout, is going to be the pick for them. His ability to be a leader for them is something that I think the Browns desperately need.
Yeah, no, I would be really shocked if those two guys aren't the first ones off the board.
Yeah, I agree. Now, the Bengals pick 17th, and the Steelers pick 21st. For an in-depth look at the NFL draft and all of Lincoln High School's spring sports teams, check out the latest Lincoln Sports Zone.
This week's episode has a profile of our senior-led softball team that is going for 4 conference championships in a row.
There's also a segment where softball head coach Bailey is mic'd up.
There's a sit-down interview with track state champion Aaliyah Bennett.
And a profile of senior tennis player Eli Nuss, who is battling back from injury.
Check out the Lincoln Sports Zone on the Lincoln Live YouTube channel.
Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you guys today. Sending it back to Cole and Evelyn at the news desk.
Thanks, Landon. New innovations in the field of artificial intelligence are constantly being revealed, and AI is now part of our everyday lives, from virtual assistants to facial recognition to search engines and streaming services. AI is everywhere. Ethan Lacrosse explores some new and exciting uses for AI in this week's Tech Minute.
Presenting can be stressful. One way to relieve this stress is by practicing a lot. Horizon app helps you level up your presenting skills by giving you tips on how to improve. It helps with eliminating filler words, staying concise, and so much more. Hello History is a cool new application that lets you chat with a variety of historical figures. Each chat is completely unique and is a great way to learn about some of the most important people in history. You can chat with Napoleon, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, and so many others. This is a groovy one. Udio is an AI application that lets you create your own songs completely from scratch. You can customize your songs with your own lyrics, instrumental solos, and more. Let's see what I can make. That was pretty sweet, and that's this week's Tech Minute.
As you can see, the ways students learn continues to grow as technology continues to evolve.
Which is why it's fitting that we take a dive into what's going on here at Lincoln in the classroom.
And to that, we're joined today in the studio by the man himself.
How's it going, RJ?
What's up, guys? I'm doing great. I'm getting ready for this summer.
Aren't we all? Well, what's going on in the classroom these days?
Well, teachers are always looking for unique ways for students to apply their knowledge. And Mrs. Lukasko's conceptual physics class is learning about the laws of sound. Students are using water and wine glasses to make a pitch. The pitch is produced when they rub their finger on the rim of the glass and can be altered by changing the volume in the glass. Xavier Pickney shares what he took away from his experience.
In physics, we did a lab where we experimented with water in a wine glass. We were able to change the pitch by adding more or less water into the glass. It was a really nice and fun hands-on experience in physics.
Recently, the Honor Spanish 4 classes are taking a more active approach to their learning. Poc-Tapoc, also called the Mesoamerican ball game, is an ancient Mayan sport and ritual. It was played all across Mesoamerica and dates back thousands of years. But it's begun to make a resurgence in places such as Mexico, Guatemala, and now here at Gehanna, where our own students are learning to play it.
So in class we learned about Poc-Tac-Toc. It's I think an Asian game that we play. They have to play with your knees, your head, and your hips. Your objective is to score as many points as you can in the time that you have. Fortunately, me and my team did win, so I'm a champion.
That's a quick look inside of the classrooms. If you check out our website, you'll also find out what's going on in our DECA class during their Road to Nationals and many more. But before that, let's send it back to Colin Evelyn to close out the show.
Thanks, RJ.
We take pride in doing more than just our daily newscast.
We've already mentioned LincolnOnline.org in our daily Instagram show, Lincoln Now.
We also do podcasts, so check them out on Spotify. Just search Lion Cubcasts.
Some recent episodes include William Wida and Taylor Braun's Look into the Future.
Macy Lamb rates some promposals, and Landon Shear ranks local fast food places.
It's not all fun and games, though. Mackenzie Kemp has a 4-part series exploring pediatric cancer.
Again, our podcasts are available at LincolnOnline.org and on Spotify. Well, we've reached the end of our show. Like we said at the beginning, there's certainly a lot going on around our high school and community.
We will be back again tomorrow with another live episode of Lincoln Live.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.